Hey you guys, it's Peter. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. Oh my God. Okay, so I kind of have missed weighing in on all of this drama a little bit, honestly, because you know I have an opinion about it. But I said yesterday in my video that if I continued to comment about drama, I was gonna say like a learning experience or how I would have fixed the problem. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna weigh in on just my honest observations of what's been going on, and I'm all ready for everybody saying, you're so mean, you're so mean. Listen, you picked a side a long time ago. I get it. Stick with your side. You're fine. Okay. So let's just weigh in on looking at the whole situation that is the Jeffree Star scandal. First of all, I will say this. There are so many more people out there that are 10 times more interesting to me in the world than Jeffree Star that I do not understand everybody's obsession with Jeffree Star. So let's just put that out there. The way that I found out about Jeffree Star was like 10 years ago when the man blew up on MySpace, okay? And we can, you know, drag him for a lot of things, but one thing we have to give him credit for is that Jeffree Star is like one of the first people besides Paris Hilton that really branded themselves using social media, okay? Almost to the point of being genius. He was the first one to come out with all of that kind of auto-tuned music that people, like he'd say, you know, go buy my song on iTunes, and why we did, who will know, but you know, it is what it is. I like that song Beauty Killer, but Jeffree Star is in it. I mean, he's kind of like elevated his look and stuff like that, but let's just be really honest. I mean, Jeffree Star is like a satire. I mean, he is a parody of beauty to some degree. And if you don't listen to his music and you don't get his gig, then you don't really see that. I mean, he is really making fun of like the whole industry by what he does, okay? So let's just go back a little while and let's talk about like what happened and how I found out about all this kind of stuff. So I went down the rabbit hole of YouTube one night and I was watching, I've talked about this a million times, Sanders' video about, you know, something to do with Kat Von D and Jeffree Star, and I was like, what is all this kind of stuff? And I used to watch LA Inc. with Kat Von D, and I like her. She's fine. I mean, she's nobody that I really care that much about. I mean, none of these people are anybody that I care that much about. And I think, honestly, you have to, like, really be into makeup and really care about this stuff. So those people that have spent money on these products, I want to say, I do understand you're bitching and you're complaining about it. I would be upset about it, too. But there are other ways to deal with this besides the way that it's been done. So okay, so anyway, so I watched this whole thing, and Kat Von D said that Jeffree Star owed her friend money because of some logo that he invented, and yada, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, I still to this day don't understand why, you know, Jeffree didn't just call her up. What this is, let's just be honest, and I don't really give a shit if any of these people block me on Twitter or what. I mean, I don't care. My feelings are not going to be hurt by nobody blocking me, okay? I mean, listen, I got better things to do with my day than get worried about somebody blocking me. But if you're gonna send me a bunch of trash, I'm gonna block you all day long. So anyway, it's a bunch of kids, okay, crying about not getting their fucking way. That's what this is all about, all right? Because any responsible adult in that situation would have called up his friend and said, first of all, she would never have made some video that she knew was gonna go viral, okay? We're talking about two professional people owning two professional companies coming at each other in YouTube videos. What? Like, that is not how the professional world works, okay? You do not see, like, the CEO of Estee Lauder, like, taking a YouTube video and saying something about the CEO of Chanel Cosmetics, okay? It's just low rent. It's totally low rent. Let's just be obvious. And let's just be honest. And the reality is that we're talking about two controversial figures that like controversy and they feed off of chaos. So that's just what it is, okay? And I don't hate them for it because people love it and that's what it is. And they both have YouTube channels, so of course they want to put this shit out there so their YouTube channels grow and whatever. So I'm watching these videos, and Kat Von D's pissed at Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star's pissed at Kat Von D, and they come out with these videos, and then every drama channel in the world is making all these videos about it, and blah, 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 whatever. And then all of a sudden, this parody from, I don't know, 10 years ago comes out, or whatever. I mean, it's very much like that Paula Deen thing, okay? I mean, it really is. And I'm not excusing the behavior, because I don't excuse racism ever, okay? But it is like, we're pulling some shit from the past. And all of a sudden, Jeffree Star's a racist now, okay? Because we don't really have anything else to go for him at, and so let's just keep the controversy going and all this kind of stuff. Now, if Jeffree Star were an emoji, he would totally be that fingernail polish emoji, like, I could care less. That would totally be him, because he just doesn't engage in it at all. And the fact of the matter is, Jeffree Star is, by nature, controversy. He is chaos. So he loves all of this. I mean, it's more attention that's being brought to him, so why would he hate it? So all of these drama channels and all these people are making these videos and blah, 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 and he's just continuing to make shit tons of money and living in Calabasas with his hot boyfriend. Now he drives that gorgeous Barbie pink BMW that I would love to own. But anyway, I'll never be that YouTube famous. But I'm also not really willing to give up my morals and my ethics to be that YouTube famous. So let's just put it out there. I mean, like I've said before, you know, your morals only mean something if you use them when they're inconvenient. So, he's not ever been somebody that I look up to and aspire to be based on his morals and ethics. So, I mean, why he's being challenged about that now is kind of like, seriously? Like, I mean, what? Like, I mean, I love the Kardashians because they're fun to watch, but it's not like I aspire to be, you know, like Kim Kardashian, like the same as I aspire to be wise like Maya Angelou. I mean, it's just not even on the same level. So why are we even trying to like go there? So then, all this controversy came out with these copyright claims, okay? And we all know what I'm talking about, that somebody had made some videos and supposedly used footage. I don't really think they did. I watched the videos. I think it was under fair use, whatever. I think all that shit's bullshit. But this is the interesting thing, okay? And so, if you go back and you watch that person's other channel, there's a video where they talk about they don't understand why Jeffree Star, if they had issues with him, just didn't reach out and call them, because they talk to everybody in their makeup community. They talk to all of his peers, and why can't they just get along and all that kind of stuff? Well, what's interesting to me is that this person's gig is this, okay? I'm gonna drag you through the dirt and expose you, and then I'm gonna tweet you out and be like, are you okay? Are you okay? I never got that tweet, by the way. They weren't worried about if I was okay, even though I was crying and bitching and moaning all over YouTube about it. But anyway, and then they're always like, are you okay? And then they talk and they have some extensive Skype session, and then they're friends. So basically, you're bullying somebody into being your friend. It's kind of pathetic. But anyway, Jeffree Star wasn't having it, okay? He was not having it. So what's the next move is, I'm going to come out and call this person a racist. Racist, 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 racist. I'd rather this and then race. I was like, seriously, why are we pulling this shit from 10 years ago? It's just, okay? So Jeffree Star's a racist. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in the United States, in every fucking county, there's a KKK clan. So, I mean, racism is alive and well in the United States, okay? Everywhere you go. But instead of, like, working positively towards improving race relations, what do we choose to do? Make it worse. We pick one person out of all of this, Sanders Kennedy, an African-American man, and we post a picture that say, this is what a dying channel looks like when you support a racist. So we have now accused an African-American man of supporting a racist. Like, that is such a fucking low blow. Like, I have such huge issues with that. I don't respect anybody that does that, okay? Nobody. The history that goes back with all of that, and then accusing an African-American man of being racist in the United States, and I don't know if, you know, what it's like I said, in other countries, but here, that's really serious. When we are at the epitome and the height of race relations being a problem in our country, we're going to attack an African-American man. I mean, those are fighting words in the United States. I am telling you right now, those are words that could inspire hatred and fighting on the streets, okay? It is, like, so scary that statement even went out there. Totally unaddressed. Jeffree Star doesn't address it. Sanders Kennedy doesn't address it. They're better people than me, because I can tell you, I didn't address it. So this goes on, and so I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, okay, so all of a sudden you have all these issues with Jeffree Star being a racist, but like 2 weeks ago, you were saying, why didn't she just reach out and call me? But now you're coming for Nikki Tutorials and Manny MUA and Sanders Kennedy and all these people because they're supporting a racist, because they're friends with him. But 2 weeks ago, you'd have been fine talking to him on the phone. But you knew he was a racist, because we knew that 6 months ago. This shit came out. This isn't new stuff. This isn't new scandal, new expose. This came out 6 months ago. So when you were begging Jeffree Star to call you, and he didn't, because you didn't get your way, then you expose him. Okay, so now what I get is this. If you don't get your way, you expose somebody. That's called bullying. All right? Like, that's the worst kind of bullying. If you don't do what I tell you to do, or if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to bully you. Enough of that. And then all these other dramas, it's like every time that video drops, it's like these other 4 people drop, and they're just making money off these videos. All at the expense of Jeffree Star, who, don't ever forget, is the nail polish emoji. And he's sitting over there going to Hawaii on the money that he's bankrolling. Now let's talk about this makeup for a second, because I do want to talk about this hair that was found in this makeup palette. Is that what we call it? Makeup palette? I don't know, because I'm a booty guru, not a beauty guru. Booty guru. Anyway, I was talking to Katie at Miss Fucking Wonderful last night, and she was like, so what? I said something about this, and she goes, well, what do you think about the hair and the makeup? Did you watch Rich Lux's video? I said, yes, I watched Rich Lux's video. I thought it was hilarious. I loved his whole scheme that he came up with, that Kat Von D went into the factory and she put a pubic hair up in the palette and all that kind of stuff. I think that's hilarious. And so anyway, don't think I'm not going to be getting one of those lip balms from Rich Lux, because I am, truly, all day long. And I'm going to sit right up here on camera and put it up so y'all can see. Not bothered. That's what I'm going to put. So anyway, I was talking to her, and I said, this is what I don't understand about it. Okay, let's just be real. Like, you guys always say, like, I just want you to be like if I'm sitting in the car talking with you. Okay, so this is why I said Miss Fucking Wonderful last night. Kate, I said, girl, this is what I don't understand about it. If you go to a Mexican restaurant, and this has happened to me more than once in my life, okay, probably 50 times. If you go to a Mexican restaurant and you order a burrito and it comes out and there's a long black hair on it, you don't take to YouTube and make a fucking video about how La Hacienda put a black hair on your burrito. What? You send it back to the kitchen. It's pretty fucking simple. And you say, I want a different burrito. I don't want no black hair on it. I don't want that burrito to look the same. I don't want you going back in there just pulling the hair off of it and making me another burrito. And on top of all that, I want it for free. And you know what? I mean, the chances are you've probably eaten a lot of burritos with hairs on them in your life. And the reality is, you've probably had a lot of makeup in your life that's probably not sanitary. And I will tell you this, as far as like the makeup smelling like marijuana and hairs in the makeup, why are you guys not complaining to Jeffree Star Cosmetics? I don't understand about this, or making complaints about the Better Business Bureau. Like, I really don't understand it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. We're about to have a thunderstorm, and I can't wait. I love thunderstorms. I mean, it makes no sense to me why you guys aren't complaining about this to the Better Business Bureau. You're all just bitching and moaning about it to each other on YouTube. It makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, listen, when my book came out, some people through Amazon got my hardcover book with the cover, but a different book inside. I called my publisher immediately, and I said, oh no. I said, this is not going to happen. I said, I want them to get a book for free, and I want Amazon to rectify this issue today. And it happened. So why is, and I'm not a multi-millionaire best-selling author, and that happened. So why is it that Jeffree Star Cosmetics can't handle this situation? Or are we not talking to Jeffree Star about that? We're just wanting to bitch and moan about it. We're just wanting to expose the scandal for the money. Is that what it's about? Money. I think that's what it's about, okay? Instead of really, you know, getting to the bottom of it. Is it exposing a scandal, or is it setting something right? I would rather set something right, okay? So I don't have a problem. I'll reach out to Jeffree Star and I'll ask him. People are complaining about hairs in your products. What's that? And the really interesting thing is I looked it up. And the FDA, which I think the Food and Drug Administration looks over cosmetics, or Food and Drug Cosmetic Association or whatever, and there are no bylaws that say what your products can have in them as far as additives before they're released in the United States. But there are very, very firm laws over makeup being contaminated. So these are some very serious allegations that people are making towards Jeffree Star Cosmetics, if that's what it's even called. I don't know what his cosmetic company is called. The other thing I want to talk about was these copyright claims that were being made. If y'all don't know about on YouTube, people that have millions of subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, people reach out to me all the time to manage, they want to manage me. I'm like, manage me for what? Who? But anyway, management companies can, I have been told this a million times, can have a video taken down like that, okay? Like, it doesn't have to go through copyright claims. It doesn't have to go through all that kind of stuff. If, let's just say, I don't know, I'm gonna make up somebody. If Tyler Oakley, if somebody put out a video called Tyler Oakley was racist, and he wanted that video taken down, he could call his management company. That video would be down in 24 hours, okay? That is a fact. So, I'm very confused as to why Jeffree Star made these copyright claims and then didn't follow through with it. Was it a warning? Was he saying, watch out? Like, don't fuck with me? But I don't really think that's the case either, because I think Jeffree Star likes the controversy directed towards him. Listen, this is what I think. Old Jeffree and Kat Von D, they need to make the fuck up, okay? They're all in the same industry. They need to call each other, and they need to, I don't know, go to the Ivy or something and have a good lunch, and they need to sit down with each other and say, listen, we need to squash this shit, okay? We're all in the same industry. All these people are coming for it. They don't really even care anyway. If you look at the amount of views collectively that all these drama channels are getting compared to one video that Jeffree Star's putting out, I mean, it's not even affecting him, right? But he and Nikki and Manny MUA and Patrick Star and Kat Von D, they all need to get together and they need to come up with a cosmetic coalition. And they need to say, we need to come together and we need to band together and we need to say, we're not going to do this anymore. And then Jeffree Star needs to come out with a video talking about those racist things. And he needs to take some responsibility for whatever parody that was, that whatever hurt anybody. You know, we can come for Shannon Rose all day long and say that she shouldn't have made those videos and she needs to apologize. And she did. And I really respect the gal for that, okay? Jeffree Star needs to come out with the same kind of fucking video and he needs to say, hey, what I did, satire, parody, whatever, it wasn't right, I apologize for it, okay? Putting 2 African-American girls in your ad campaign is not an apology. I'm sorry, it just isn't. And we're talking about so many different things on so many different levels, and it's just really at the bottom of the end of the day, what it is so many people are obsessed with Jeffree Star. If tomorrow people stop making videos about Jeffree Star, and people stop buying his products, and people stop watching his videos, Jeffree Star would go like this. So you guys talking about him, and me talking about him, is just getting hyped up. We might as well just let the whole thing die. I don't know. If you guys really want to come for Jeffree Star, that's what I think, is you ought to just let the whole fucking thing die, and stop talking about it, right? Like, if everybody has all these issues with Jeffree Star and they don't want his channel to grow anymore and they don't want his cosmetics company to grow anymore and all that kind of stuff, then, and no, that's not me farting, that's my windshield wipers, then I think that everybody should stop watching his videos, stop buying his music, stop buying his cosmetics and all this kind of stuff. If that's really how you feel, if you're really gunning for Jeffree Star, then you should put up a video and say, nobody should buy these products, nobody should do that. But why are we so invested in Jeffree Star? Just change your makeup brand. You know? If you're dissatisfied with a product, why do we have to, like, go in and make these 5 and 10 extensive videos about it? I don't get it. My confusion is about other people's obsession about all this kind of stuff. But really what it is at the end of the day is, I'm not getting my way. And if I'm not getting my way, then I'm gonna come for you. Whatever. Bunch of kids. I don't get it. People call me old. Well, I'd rather be old than sit there and be consumed with all of that crap anyway. Why can't everybody just make up? And if, you know what, if the one that I'm talking about really just wants these people to notice him, Jeffree, just pick up the fucking phone and call him. Just call him and say, hey girl, what's up? All you had to do was say something nice about me and I would have called you. You came for me, you tried to drag me, it didn't work. I don't like people coming for me. Just make a nice video about me. Tweet me out something nice. Hey girl, I'd like to be your friend. Why is it so hard for us to ask each other to be our friends? If you really want positive attention from somebody, just ask them. Say, can I be your friend, please? Can you just be nice to me? Instead of dragging somebody and then being shitty that they won't talk to you. What is that about? Like, that doesn't, do you think about these things first? This doesn't even make any fucking sense, dude. Seriously. Anyway, I don't understand about all of this Jeffree Star, why everybody cares about if his boyfriend is real or not real, or that relationship real, why everybody's caring. And then we got one picture of a girl with makeup, one picture, and it looks like she done taken her fingernail and just dug it right through that palette or whatever it is, okay? Like, she had such a hard time getting that hair on there in the first place that she's just digging around in there. It's not even, I mean, you'd think if you opened it, you'd see the hair right there when you looked at it, right? That it would be a perfect palette with a hair laying across it. But I'm not real convinced, okay, that that picture is real. So let's just call a spade a spade. Anyway, I am so bored with this topic. So can you guys see it's total rainstorm now? I love you guys so much. My next video will not be drama because the drama. Anyway, I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. So I just wanted to add a little PS to this video. And that is that I had mentioned in my video literally like 5 minutes ago that all Jeffree Star needed to do was come out with like an apology video or something like that, right? And I had tweeted out that I said I may or may not be weighing in on this Jeffree Star scandal and what my opinion is about that or not. So somebody sent me this tweet of his, you can see it here, that he put out on July 4th of 2016. And what he said was, I think people forget. I'm a human being. I fucked up big time, and I can always admit when I'm wrong. I apologized 10 years ago. And I think that, like, you know, it's interesting when we think about that. It's like, we talk a lot about witch hunting, but do we really have all of the evidence at hand? Are we really willing to forgive one another? Are we really willing to say people learn from their mistakes? I'm willing to allow people to learn from their mistakes when they own up and they admit to it. And they sent me that because they were like, I don't know if you, like, have seen this, because a lot of people that talk about Jeffree Star haven't seen that. And I think that that needs to be out there, that Jeffree Star put this out there in the world and said, listen, I'm a human being. I have fucked up. I'm a human being. I have fucked up. And I hope that people forgive me for my mistakes that I've made, you know? I think when you sit back and you say, you know, I have done no wrong, that's when there's a true problem, you know, is when you lack taking responsibility for any of your actions. And for me, in life is a learning experience, and life is about owning your shit and moving forward. So at some point, when do we let it all stop? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, like I said 2 minutes ago, and follow me on all my social media. It's linked below. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh my God, PSSSS! The drama continues. So I didn't read the tweets underneath it. So I just want to read all of this. And it says, I think people forget I'm a human being. I fucked up big time, and I can always admit when I'm wrong. I apologized 10 years ago, and I made a huge mistake. I was a stupid 19-year-old who thought it was cool to be shocking, but there was no hate in my heart. I've been a huge supporter in pushing women of color in the beauty world and for having more brands recognize their skin tones. I'm sorry to any of the followers, customers, or fans for offending you. I made a fucked up mistake to think it was okay to act like that. The other guy in the video was a drag queen who used race, sex, and drugs as a way to be shocking, and YouTube deleted his account years ago. If anyone was offended by my words, I am sorry you ever had to hear me talk like that. It does not represent who I am. It was wrong, and I already addressed this years and years ago on MySpace. It was put to rest, but new people want to drag it up. I stand for self-expression, freedom, and the right to be yourself. No one can take that away from me. Be yourself and love yourself. Find your purpose and make a positive impact with your talents and gifts. I will not let one incident from my past ruin the positive and important messages I have stood by. And I think what's interesting about that, you guys, is that I get so many messages from people that say, I love Jeffree Star so much. He has helped me so much become the person that I want to be. He has helped me so much. And listen, I'm not kissing Jeffree Star's ass. Like I said before, I could care less if Jeffree Star blocks me on Twitter or hates me for life. Listen, he doesn't even know who I am. So it doesn't make any difference to me. But there are so many people out there that have been affected positively by this that I think to drag somebody to the ground because you don't like them and so you're going to drag up shit from 10 years ago, you know, when you were in middle school, like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. I mean, it doesn't. And when in this world are we going to start standing up for what's right instead of what's popular? That's just my 2 cents. So at some point, we have to stand up for what is right instead of what is popular, okay? And like I said, I don't stand behind anything that's racist whatsoever, but I do allow people to learn from their mistakes and move on. And I think that as human beings, that is the greatest lesson that we can learn, is to say, listen, I'm a human being, I fucked up, allow me to move on. Talk to you later.